I'd like to introduce our next speaker. You may have heard of Amanda. She was a Nobel Peace Prize nominee for 2019, and her story is incredibly moving. Amanda.
We, today, of every color, creed, and belief, are gathered here in a demonstration of the human story. Today you might feel scared, and I know what it feels like to feel scared. My name is Amanda Nguyen, and after my rape, I felt despair. But I also felt fire. And so, when I met a broken criminal justice system in the United States of America, like so many rape survivors whose rape kits have been destroyed without notice, I rewrote the law. Together with a team called Rise, we organized, and we did the impossible. We passed the Survivors' Bill of Rights unanimously through the United States Congress. I still remember the morning where I walked out of the hospital after my rape kit was done. I had never felt more fully the definition of lonely. And I want to just take this moment to thank you for caring about this issue, because today I get to share my story with incredible people and with 190-something countries. And it truly, truly means the world to me. And I also want to say to any survivor who is out there, you are not alone. I wrote my civil rights as a matter of survival. And if that bill could speak, it would scream. It would sing from the pages. It would light itself on fire. It represents an endless pursuit of a more perfect world. This is what I did with my fire. What will you do with yours? The first time that I told my story to politicians, I went home and I cried. They just really didn't care. Some people told me, well, I have a re-election to run. Others told me that their constituents just don't know them for that. And I remember just being like, God, I just need someone to tell me that they love me. And I'm a pathological optimist, so the next day I got up and I did the same thing. And this time, I was going to the United States Senate, and in my Uber ride to the Senate, I had a driver who was kind of intimidating. He didn't really talk to me. And at the end of the ride, he saw that I was going to the Senate. And so he asked me why, and I told this man. And what was once a stranger started tearing up and crying. Water welled up from his eyes, and he turned to me and he said, my daughter is a rape survivor, and she went through something very similar to what you went through. And when he stopped the car, he said, can I shake your hand? Thank you so much for fighting for my daughter. Has anyone told you that they love you today? I love you. And I'll never forget that, Dad. This is our story. It's a story of progress. It's a collective story. And the most powerful tool that we all have is our voice. And so I pledge to use my voice to fight for a world that is free from sexual violence, because peace is not the absence of visible conflict. And for there to be true peace, survivors must have access to justice. No one is powerless when we come together, and no one can make us invisible when we demand to be seen. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. I want